We are in the Ashbaro village, I would say the foothills of the High Atlas Mountains, in the Tamslocht municipality of the El Haus province. Of the 5 provinces hit by the September 8th earthquake, this province was profoundly devastated the most. It's just indescribable. One village lost 147 people. You hear about a boy losing the entirety of his family, a grandfather losing every single one. In Morocco, as here as well, 70% of agricultural land generates just 10 to 15% of agricultural revenue. And that's because of the heavy dependence on barley and corn. There are 14 varieties of fruit trees that grow organically in Morocco. There are 10 varieties of fig that are endemic to Morocco. So fruit trees always rank among the top priorities that rural communities identify as most important to them. And so we approached the Moroccan Jewish community and said, hey, you have empty lands here. Can we build a nursery for the people, for the region, and help them generate greater livelihood and food security? And the response of the Moroccan Jewish community in Marrakesh, because we are in the Marrakesh region, was yes. It goes on into clean drinking water and human development more broadly, water at the school. So the point here is saying that what started as an interfaith lending of land is now actually resulting into the very road we're walking on. So the foundation with partners invested $10,000 to make sure that road is well paved, and now visitors to that location come here. So how many years have you worked here?
أنا خدمت دروكا شي عامين متبعة كنت نخدم ونمشي.
So he's worked here 2 years, but you know, with most agriculture there's seasonal periods that's more intense than others, and so you know, when you harvest there's more work, when you're sowing there's more work.
ما سقيت معناتها نسقي النص واحد النهار ونعاود ثاني نسقي النهار
So
الآخر
half the day. So one day, because the water is low, and you saw that there, and I've rarely seen it that low, one day they irrigate half the nursery and the next day they irrigate the other half. When you have managed 15 nurseries and building 4 more, as the High Atlas Foundation does with communities, right now we're about 2.2 million saplings in the 15 communities. This is by far the smallest at 46,000 saplings. When you try to project the impact, we take on average 5 people per family. This year, this 2023 season, we've distributed and planted around 1.1 million with about 6,000 plus farming families. Now, these nurseries, which epitomize Moroccan diversity and unity, is not just essential for the nation to achieve its goal of billions of trees, but also it's important for the world to see. And 3 and 4 we're building now, also both of those, with 50% funding coming from the Moroccan government. And you know, let's take away message. Let's just think practical for a second. There are 600 of such parcels in the country. The agency responsible for nurseries, National Agency for Waters and Forests, have 700 parcels. So that's to say that interfaith collaboration in Morocco can play a national role toward the nation achieving its tree number goal, which is essential toward alleviating rural poverty. And rural poverty is rural places where poverty is most concentrated. We need Muslim-Jewish partnership in Morocco for sustainability, for poverty alleviation. A beautiful symbol. It's an inspiring message, and entirely necessary for national sustainable development. Now the question is, can that gateway of interfaith, which led to women's empowerment, and clean drinking water? Can that same gateway be as contributive toward relief and recovery after a once-in-a-century calamity? Can who we are in our relationships be not just so helpful towards sustainable development in normal times, but can it be all levels of recovery that we need in this most harsh time that we're in?